Tonight, the NBA reminded the world why this league is unmatched. Under the brightest lights, with the pressure at its peak, stars rose, moments exploded, and the game turned into pure chaos. From deep threes that silenced arenas to thunderous dunks that shook the rim, every possession felt like a statement. This wasn't just basketball. This was intensity, confidence, and heart on full display. The pace was relentless. Defenses fought for every stop. Offenses answered with precision, and momentum shifted in seconds. One play changed everything. Then another, and another. Veterans showed experience. Young stars played fearless. And role players stepped into the moment without hesitation. Nights like this don't happen often. This is why fans stay up late, why arenas erupt, and why the NBA remains the greatest show in sports. Welcome to NBA Highlights tonight, where every second matters, and chaos becomes history. The opening minute set the tone immediately. From the very first possession, the energy was different. You could feel it in the crowd, see it in the body language, and hear it in every reaction around the arena. This was not going to be an ordinary night. Offenses came out aggressive, pushing the pace, attacking mismatches, and testing defenses early. Quick ball movement created open looks, and shooters wasted no time letting it fly. When the first deep three dropped, it was clear confidence was sky-high. On the other end, defenses answered back with physicality and urgency. Hands in passing lanes, bodies hitting the floor, and rim protectors sending a message early. Every stop mattered. Every loose ball turned into a momentum swing. Then came the first explosive moment. A fast break opportunity, a perfectly timed pass, and a powerful finish at the rim that brought everyone to their feet. The bench erupted. The crowd lost control. The message was sent this game was about to escalate. Stars began asserting themselves, reading the floor, controlling tempo, and making the right play when it mattered most. But it wasn't just the superstars. Role players stepped in with fearless energy, knocking down shots, making hustle plays, and proving once again that winning in the NBA is never a one-man job. As the quarter closed, momentum hung in the balance. One team pushed ahead, the other refused to fold. And this was only the beginning. As the game settled into its rhythm, the stars began to take control. This was the stretch where experience met confidence, and talent spoke louder than anything else. Every possession slowed just enough for the game's best players to read the floor, pick their spots, and deliver when their teams needed it most. Isolation plays turned into highlight moments. A quick crossover created space, a step-back jumper followed, and the arena exploded. On the very next possession, a defensive stop led to a transition bucket, shifting momentum once again. This was high-level basketball at its finest. Defenses adjusted, throwing double teams and switching assignments. But the stars stayed composed. Instead of forcing shots, they made the right reads, finding shooters in the corners, hitting cutters at the perfect moment, and keeping the offense flowing. The scoreboard kept moving, and the pressure continued to rise. Physicality increased on both ends of the floor. Drives to the rim came with contact, finishes became tougher, and every whistle felt like a turning point. The crowd reacted to every call, every bucket, every stop. Emotions were high, and the intensity was undeniable. But this was not a one-man show. Supporting casts stepped up in critical moments, a timely three, a huge defensive rebound, a hustle play that changed possession. These were the plays that don't always make headlines but win games. As the clock kept ticking, the margin remained razor-thin. One run could change everything. The stage was set for chaos, and the best moments were still to come. As the final stretch arrived, the game transformed into pure chaos. Every possession carried weight, and every decision felt magnified. The pace quickened, mistakes became costly, and pressure sat on every player on the floor. This was the moment where legends are tested. Clutch shots began to fall. A contested three from the wing splashed through the net, silencing the crowd for a split second before the tension returned. On the other end, a fearless drive through traffic ended with a tough finish at the rim, drawing contact and igniting the arena once again. Momentum swung back and forth with no warning. Defenses locked in. Switches were sharper, rotations were faster, and every closeout was made with urgency. A perfectly timed block led to a fast break. A steal in the passing lane turned into an easy bucket. These were season-defining plays, executed under maximum pressure. With the score tight and the clock winding down, Stars demanded the ball. Isolation sets, late clock decisions, and unshakable confidence took center stage. One move created separation. One release decided everything. The crowd held its breath. Then came the defining sequence. A stop on defense. A push in transition. A clutch finish that sent the bench into chaos. No celebration yet, just focus. One final possession remained. When the buzzer sounded, emotion poured out. Exhaustion, relief, and pride filled the floor. This wasn't just a win or a loss. This was a reminder of why the NBA is built for moments like these. When the final buzzer echoed through the arena, the noise slowly faded, but the impact of the night remained. Players stood catching their breath, some with hands on their knees, others locked in quiet focus. This was the cost of competition at the highest level. 48 minutes of intensity had written a story that would be remembered far beyond the box score. On one side, celebration broke out. Teammates embraced, benches erupted, and the crowd let out everything it had been holding back. On the other, disappointment was visible, heads down, slow walks to the sideline, and eyes already thinking about the next opportunity. That contrast is what defines the NBA. Every night creates a winner. But it also creates hunger. Coaches exchanged looks, knowing their teams had left it all on the floor. Adjustments were made in real time, rotations tested, and trust placed in players when it mattered most. These decisions, often unseen, shaped the outcome just as much as the shots that fell. Beyond the result, the night delivered something bigger. Young stars proved they belong. Veterans showed why experience still matters. Role players earned respect through effort and fearlessness. This was growth happening in real time. Nights like this fuel the season. They spark debates, build confidence, and set the tone for what's coming next. The league moves fast, but moments like these linger. This wasn't just another game, it was another chapter in the non-stop story of the NBA. As the night comes to a close, the bigger picture begins to take shape. One game may end, but its impact stretches far beyond the final score. Confidence is built here. Momentum is created here. And for teams chasing greatness, nights like this become reference points for the rest of the season. Every possession mattered. Every adjustment was tested, and every player was pushed to their limit. These are the moments that separate contenders from pretenders. Some teams found answers. Others discovered questions they must now confront. That's the beauty of the NBA. It reveals the truth under pressure for the stars. This was another opportunity to prove leadership and reliability. For the young players, it was a test of composure on the biggest stage. And for the role players, it was a reminder that effort, discipline, and belief can swing outcomes at any moment. The league never pauses. Tomorrow brings another matchup, another challenge, another chance to rewrite the narrative. But what happened tonight will echo in film sessions, locker rooms, and conversations around the league. This night added meaning to the standings and emotion to the season. It reminded everyone watching that the NBA isn't just about talent, it's about resilience, timing, and courage. And as the journey continues, the league moves forward, fueled by moments exactly like these. If this night proved anything, it's that the NBA always delivers when the lights are brightest. From the opening tip to the final buzzer, this was basketball played with purpose, passion, and pride. Moments like these define seasons and create memories that last far longer than the highlights themselves. Whether you watched for the stars, the competition, or the pure love of the game, this was a reminder of why we keep coming back. Every night offers something new. Every game tells a different story. If you enjoyed these highlights, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay locked in for more NBA action. Because the next night, the next moment, and the next chapter are always just around the corner. This is the NBA, and the story never stops.